Hello everyone, my name is Rikio Kunu and I am enrolled in the Public Speaking 2113 course, and today I will be presenting my second informative speech. So the general purpose of this speech is to inform, and the specific purpose of my speech is about Shirley Chisholm, is to inform my audience about Shirley Chisholm and how she was the first woman and African American woman to run for president-elect. So the topic of this speech is to talk about a historical person or event and what they've done and things like that, just to convince you guys and let you know like why they were important and what they did. So to start off my speech, I'm going to talk about Shirley's childhood. So she was born on November 30th, 1924, and she passed away January 1st, 2005. She was an American politician, educator, and author. Chisholm was born in Brooklyn, New York to Barbadian parents, and she was sent to live with her grandmother when she was just 3 years old. On a farm in Barbados. Her grandmother resided on a farm, which was a former British colony, fun fact, in the West Indies. So when Shirley was 10 years old was when the Great Depression was taking place in New York. So your question is probably, why do we need to learn about Shirley Chisholm and why is she an important historical figure? And it is because most people don't know who she is and what she achieved and the platform that she set for most people. So she went to college studying to be a teacher, and while she was there, she became active in several campus and community groups. Then she suddenly realized her interest in politics. She then began working with the NAACP, which stands for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. She then graduated from Brooklyn College in 1964 and began her career as a teacher. She became active with the Democratic Party and quickly changed the traditional role of women. Like women usually aren't seen as people who are in politics. It's usually men. And then comes to speak of her being an African American woman. So in 1964, she was elected as New York State Assembly, getting really into politics, getting into the government. So she then decided that she wanted to take on a more serious role in politics, which led to her running for president of the United States. Chisholm served in the state assembly until 1968 when she made the choice to finally run for U.S. Congress, and she won the election against James Farmer, a man, I might add. A woman won the election against a man, and she began a long career in the U.S. House of Representatives, which lasted from 1969 through 1982. She had already made a name for herself by joining the House of Reps, like a black woman in the House of Reps. But in 1972, she ran for the highest office in land, which is the President of the United States of America. She spoke out about the judicial system, the United States police brutality, prison reform, gun control, all these things you can think of, drug abuse, and numerous other topics. Unfortunately, Chisholm did not win the Democratic nomination, but she did win an impressive 10% of the votes within the party, which is very amazing for a black woman. I might add, once again, a woman, once again. But, I mean, after losing the election, she continued to serve in the House of Reps for another decade. And after politics, from 1983 to 1987, she served as a professor at a college. Chisholm continued to be involved in politics despite losing the election, which I truly applaud her for, because, it must have been hard to know, like, I'm a woman, I ran for this, like, there's a big chance I might not win, yet she still did it, which is why I really feel like students should be informed about her. Like, even me, myself, choosing this topic, I did not know who I wanted to pick. Then I was just searching up people and I found her, and I've never heard her story before, never heard the name Shirley Chisholm, so it was like, wow, like, I really need to inform people about this, which is why I feel like it's so important to tell you guys, just because she built a platform for women, for black women, that let us know, like, it might be a man's world, but a woman can still write her own story, which is what she did. So it's like, even though she did not win the election, I still give her props for even doing what she did. Like, I feel like everyone should learn about Shirley Chisholm and her story and her bravery and everything she's done. So as I wrap up, I hope the audience takes away these specific things from my speech, which is Shirley Chisholm's past and how it contributed to her running for president, how her going into the House of Reps, being a state assembly, eventually led to her choice of wanting to be president, her significance to the world, which is very significant, and of course how Chisholm changed history forever. I feel as though Chisholm will always be remembered for how headstrong she was, her bravery, and she'll always be an inspiration to women and African Americans. Thank you.